I want to talk about singles that I picked up from Disney Lorcana. So this is what I picked up. So the first card I picked up that started everything is going to be my first PSA 10 Enchanted, and that is Scar from Shimmering Skies. And right now, shout out to Joey Scrooge because that's where I got this information from. Shimmering Skies on Game Nerds is $90 a booster box, and that's a really good deal. So I had to plug that in. If you guys want a Shimmering Skies booster box, $90. Game Nerds, I believe the way. I'll put the link in the description below. But that's where this card comes from. Shimmering Skies, Scar, Enchanted, and it's in the graded guard shout. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, this is actually my first graded guard. My first graded guard and my first PSA 10 from Lorcana. Just a no-brainer pickup. Got it for like $200. The raw condition is really good price as well. The raw condition is 60 bucks for really good price because I've opened over 100 packs of Disney Lorcana and I have only pulled this Enchanted. Shout out Hero. Shout out Big Hero 6. That is the only Enchanted that we have pulled in over 150, maybe even 200 packs. So these enchanters are really hard to pull. So I think it's a really good idea just to buy the enchanteds that you want. And buying PSA 10s, I mean, a lot of these cards that you buy, if it's clean condition, if you send it out, it's going to get a PSA 10. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm kind of buying clean copies and hopefully they'll get PSA 10s. But if not, all good. Next, I want to talk about Olaf from Shimmering Skies. Shimmering Skies has a lot of good cards, and Olaf is another one of those cards that I just had to pick up. This Olaf is obviously the mascot of the Ice DLSD channel. Olaf is obviously huge from Frozen. You know, Elsa's obviously a big, big character from the movie, but in my opinion, Olaf, you can't sleep on Olaf. It's Olaf. And channel mascot, I did pick it up in a PSA 10, kind of a no-brainer, obvious pickup that I had to do. But even if you don't get a PSA 10, the raw copy is $30, $40. No-brainer pickup, in my opinion. Big card, big character, big movie. Shimmering Skies to me is going to be one of those sets that's going to age really well. You got the Olaf, the Scar, the Mufasa. You even this is a lot of great cards in Shimmering Skies. Next, I want to talk about Scrooge McDuck. Shout out to Joey Scrooge. He did put me on to the Game Nerd sale. Rise of the Floodborn is $120 and Shimmering Skies is $90. Really good deals for those booster boxes from Game Nerd. So shout out to Joey Scrooge for that plug. We got the Enchanted, richest duck in the world. I do have one on the way to my house. I picked it up for 40 from Into the Inklings. Into the Inklings, again, one of the first. I'm really looking through the first couple sets. You know, first chapter, Rise of the Floodborn, Into the Inklings, Ursula's Return. I want to see the Enchanted and those sets, and those are the kind of Enchanted I'm prioritizing because I know like Fabled Enchanters, for example. Like I really want Eye to Eye, but I know that card obviously is pumped up right now. I could get that card at another time. We have more Fable coming out, so I'm kind of going backwards and going towards the first sets first. So Into the Inklings, you have Richest Duck in the World, Scrooge McDuck, just a phenomenal card. This artwork, my bro, he looks presidential. This literally looks like a presidential portrait right here of Scrooge. This is a no-brainer pickup for $40, $50 for Enchanteds. These $40, $50 Enchanteds, I've seen $30 Enchanteds. To me, these are just snap. I can't snap my fingers. That's crazy. These are just snap buys, in my opinion. Next, we have Ariel from Ursula's Return. This is another card that I ended up picking up. And to be honest with you, I am not the biggest Little Mermaid fan. I'm not going to lie. But I know as a girl dad, my daughter is going to most likely love the movie, love Ariel. So, in this, as a person that's not even a big Little Mermaid or Ariel fan, this art is just phenomenal in my opinion. This is a really, really good art, especially of a character that I'm not the biggest. I mean, just the colors, just the way that really good card. Just had to pick one up. Kind of a no-brainer pickup for 100. I think I picked up for like $100. I don't know. I'm just a clean copy. I just wanted to get Ariel to the collection. Next, we do have what else did I pick up? I picked up so many cards. I gotta remember them off the top of my head. Well, I don't have to, but I am. Oh, we picked up Shere Khan. from Rise of the Floodborn, and I actually picked this card up in a PSA 10. I just had to do it. I found a copy for 120 PSA 10 Shere Khan, so kind of a no-brainer snap buy. This Shere Khan is, bro, just look at him, bro. Look at the color. It's just nobody runs from Shere Khan. Next, we have, what else did I get? I'm gonna start to look. But yeah, that Jungle Book Shere Khan is just crazy. I had to pick one of those up in a PSA 10. We picked up the Piglet from Ursula's Return. This Piglet picked it up for $30. So I'm talking about, bro. These $30, $40 Enchanteds, no brainer pickups, bro. This Piglet, I was looking at it in a PSA 10. It was 125. But to be honest, if I'm being honest with myself, this Piglet, it's not one of those cards that I absolutely need in a PSA 10. Like that Shere Khan from Jungle Book, the card I was just talking about. That card is so good. The colors is just amazing. That card is just so good that I just want it in a PSA 10 for 120, right? But this Piglet, literally the same price, 120 for PSA 10. But it's a really, really, really nice card. Don't get me wrong. And when I get this card in person, I might change my mind and go order a PSA 10 and have a raw and a PSA 10 copy. But this Piglet, I don't know. Just through the pictures, I don't know. PSA 10 is 120. Raw copy is 30. I just went with a raw copy. There's some cards that I'm just okay with having a clean raw copy of it. And this Scar Heartless Hunter, I'm actually not okay with having just a clean raw copy of it. I do need a PSA 10, and I'm sure that Joey Scrooge bought the last PSA 10. He probably bought all of them up. No, I'm just playing, but nah, I saw Joey Scrooge talking about the PSA 10s of this card. There was some available. Guys, I don't think there's any left on the market now. I've looked. I don't think I can only find ungraded copies of this card. There's barely any of these cards out there. I think there's only 80 PSA 10s in the world. So I think I'm going to pick up a few copies and try to grade one myself and get a PSA 10 myself. But you can get a raw copy of this card of this. And guys, this is the difference between this, obviously, is the Shimmering Skies and this Heartless Hunter. This Heartless Hunter is a promo. It's going to be harder to get, rarer, more scarce. So this promo, I need one in the PSA 10. This card is crazy. Next, we have Vanellope Von Sweets. And I actually did pick this up in the PSA 10 as well for $50. This is obviously from the D23 collection box. I picked this up for my wife. For wife DLSD. Yes, she has. That's what I'm gonna call her. I'm Ice DLSD. She's wife DLSD. Probably kind of goofy, but whatever. That's what I'm calling it because I love my wife. So we got this for the wife for her birthday because it was her birthday, and I had to pick one up in the PSA 10 for her because she loves this card. She doesn't know about it. Next, we have Aurora. And this is to me my favorite. Like out of all the princess cards that I've seen, the Elsas, all these cards, right? This is my favorite print. And to be honest with you, Aurora, I'm not even a big Aurora fan, Sleepy Beauty fan. I don't really. It's just this card is just this art and this card is better than anything in Prismatic Evolutions. I know this is Disney. I don't talk about Pokemon really, but yeah, this card with that castle, this artwork is just crazy insane, and I just had to pick one up. I'm not buying a PSA 10 of this card. I wanted to, but just not really trying to pay that much for it. It's like $300-$400. I'm cool with the raw copy for $100. That's a really nice card. I just wanted to add it to the collection for my daughter and for my wife because I know she'll love that card as well. So those are kind of, and I almost forgot, I also got a D23 Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor right before the pump. As you guys don't know, the D23 Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor, the extended art, the extended border, because to me that's the best looking one. It was $30. Now it is $80. It just like skyrocketed. And I was able to pick up a PSA 10 for under $200. And I'm very, very excited for that copy to come to my house. And I want to talk about cards that I'm looking to pick up. So I just got done talking about all these cards that I just bought. that are on the way to my house. Uh, so let's talk about cards that I'm also looking to buy as well. 'Cause I do want to buy more. So one card that I do need is the Fantastical and Magical Enchanted from Rain and Jafar. This is obviously just for $40. Guys, again, another $40 Enchanted. Guys, these $40 Enchanteds, guys, I this is almost as good as buying a $300 case. I'm not gonna lie. These $300, $400 Lorcana booster box cases and these $40, we're gonna be laughing that this card was for like right now. I'm recording this video and this card is $40. We're gonna be laughing at that $40 price tag. Like, wow, that card was really $40. Same thing with this Mickey Mouse. Hold on, let me go back to this Fantastical and Magical. Kind of all over the place. That's how excited I am talking about this stuff. Just look at this. You have every single family member in this card. You have Antonio, you have Bruno, you got every single one. You got the mom, the dad, you got dude, this is just a no-brainer. The kids love this movie. This is just a no-brainer. I just saw it for the first time and I need it. Not gonna lie. Well, I saw it like 3 times already. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my wife love that movie. Next, Mickey Mouse Trumpeter from Into the Inklings. $40, $50. I need it. It's a Mickey Mouse Enchanted. That art is actually crazy. Kind of reminds me of the same kind of art style as the Into the Inklings. Obviously it's the same set, duh. But reminds me of the Scrooge and it reminds me of Captain Hook. And that Captain Hook is $30, $40 as well. Crazy cards from Into the Inklings. All these cards to me are just no brainer snap buys in my opinion. Next, I found this Pete from Rise of the Floodborn, and this Pete right card. This is just a really really cool card. Kind of reminds me of Looney Tunes, kind of like Tasmanian Devil kind of card. For $30 for a raw copy, I've actually found PSA 10s under 100. You can get this card right now under $100 for a PSA 10 of Pete from Rise of the Floodborn, the second set that Disney ever made. I think that's a really, really, really good buy. And the last card that I'm going to talk about is going to be from Rain of Jafar. It is going to be Lady. Now, this Lady card from Rain of Jafar is one of the just I can look at this card and not get tired of looking at it. My wife, my daughter, as a girl dad, I need it. I kind of cater towards these girly, kind of cutesy cards a little more than I used to, I guess, because of that. But Lady and the Tramp, iconic movie. And to be honest with you, out of all the characters in Lady and the Tramp, this is the card that you probably are going to want. There is a Tramp Enchanted, but who come on, bro. You're gonna want the Lady Enchanted. And right now there is one listing on eBay for 120, and I think I'm going to pick it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about these singles. I am gonna talk about more singles and steel product. And thank y'all for tuning in.